I think it starts. Well, so I think this all programming starts. I have a master's. I'll send it to you on Stand. It's pretty sick.
Okay, what's up? I think we're gonna get started here. I'll give you all like 10 seconds, and then I'm gonna get pretty impatient. But welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah. So we are live on stream right now on a few different platforms. I don't even know what we got live on, but we are streaming. We are here from the Bitcoin Commons, and of course we are representing Plebdevs, the Bitcoin Commons, Unchained, many other names, many other brands and logos and legends that all happen to hang out and work in this space. And so I'm very honored to be able to, for one, even be in this space and work with all these great people, but for two, to be able to present and launch my app here. So I'm gonna do a short presentation, just kind of talking about how Plebdevs emerged and how Plebdevs.com emerged, which is what I'm launching tonight. And then we'll kind of do a really quick demo and just take any questions and hang out and maybe watch a boxing fight later. I don't know. We'll see what happens with the night. I don't know. It's happening right now?
No, you got some time.
Okay, well, we'll take the first few rounds. So sweet. Let's get into it. I'll go over to my slides here. Okay, cool. So this is what we're going to talk about. This is an overview. I'm going to tell you who am I, what is Plebdevs, why build Plebdevs.com, a little bit about the future of Plebdevs.com. We'll do a quick demo and then Q&A. So let's get started. So who am I? Austin. So what is Plebdevs? Plebdevs is a developer education brand focused on Bitcoin technologies, app development, and tailored for beginners. Let's talk about this. So Plebdevs is a developer education brand. So Plebdevs started about 3 years ago, right here, with the Plebdev workshop. And Carr and Super Testnet, they encouraged me to do this workshop where we kind of learned how to code from zero and built a simple Bitcoin app. And out of this workshop emerged our first Plebdevs course here on the top left, building a Lightning wallet front end. And so I did this course with Super Testnet, and he recorded his lessons and then quickly disappeared. And we launched it, and then hundreds of students started signing up. And it grew much faster than I expected. I thought we would get like 20 people, but it grew a lot faster, so that's cool. So yeah, this is the real data. This is also just from Udemy, which is just one platform. And we also did a second course, which has a few hundred people as well. And from there, when the course started growing, I was like, well, I need to bring these people in and give them a sense of consistency and community, and so they can really walk on their journey for a long time. And so I made a Discord to kind of bring in the community. Soon after that, my friend Damien here, he joined me and started helping me make content. This is actually both of us speaking in a conference at the same time, unfortunately, in two different rooms. And me and Damien, we've made a lot of content together. This is from our YouTube. We have all manner of workshops and tutorials and advice and interviews and stuff like that, and it's been pretty cool. So that's what Plebdevs is. So focused on Bitcoin technologies. I kind of define this as things that are relevant to Bitcoin, things that interoperate with Bitcoin apps and the Bitcoin ecosystem, things that are important to Bitcoin companies, meaning these are things that can get you hired. These are things that Bitcoin companies hire for. Also just what I'm interested in, what I like to build on. And so therefore it's build on Bitcoin, build on Lightning, and build on Nostr. And so that's kind of the focus and the niche of Plebdevs. that we focus on. And another piece here is app development. And I name app development here very specifically. This is another framing that Plebdevs owns, is app development versus protocol development. The idea of building on Bitcoin versus building Bitcoin. Building on Bitcoin, building apps is a great way to start learning. It's a great way to start building. It's intuitive. Once again, it's what companies need for the most part. It's what will get you hired. And apps are where the protocol meets end users. It's where Bitcoin meets the end users through apps, right? And so we have killer protocols and we need killer apps now. And ironically, it's a great way to learn protocol is actually by building apps. You can kind of learn protocol from the top down. And just in general, I find that there's a lot of great education around protocol, but not very much around app development. Like, how do you build a Lightning address? How do you implement all of these things that we know can exist in Bitcoin? It's can be quite a lot to figure out. So app development. And then, of course, tailored for beginners. So literally, we walk people from absolute zero from HTML. And all of the content, I write the code along with the students. I try to explain every line of code. I was a beginner once myself. So this is something that's important for me, is lowering the barrier to entry, tailoring for beginners, and then just reframing what it means to be a noob. This is what plebdevs even means. You're a pleb turned dev. Plebdevs are on the learning path and they embrace it, right? You'd rather embrace the label of noob because being a new developer is 1,000 times better than being on the sidelines, and that's what I found. And of course, Bitcoin needs more plebdevs. Bitcoin needs these people, even though maybe they don't realize that. Cool, so why plebdevs.com? So we've talked about what Plebdevs is, and these are platforms that I have utilized to kind of make plebdevs possible and reach people. Discord, Udemy, YouTube, Patreon. They each provide critical features and pretty decent network, but they have their own games and incentives for growth. They're walled gardens, they're fiat only, and they kind of screw you over in their own unique way. And so plebdevs.com will effectively substitute these platforms. With content, plebdevs.com has documents, videos, and courses. With feeds, Plebdevs currently pulls in Nostr, Discord, and Stacker News for community feeds. And then Plebdevs has subscriptions with a great user experience, Lightning auto-recurring subscriptions. And that kind of solves what I would have wanted out of these platforms, what I would have wanted as a tech stack as a content creator. And so this effectively, through the content, replaces YouTube and Udemy. Through the feeds, this replaces Discord for me. And the subscribe, of course, replaces Patreon as a simple subscription model. And so these are very simple prototype substitutes right now, but it works. It is live, and I'm excited for people to try it out, give me feedback, and for me to make it as good as possible. Of course, all of this is on Nostr. It is all Lightning enabled, all of these features, all of this content. And so this was a big part of my effort, was to make the content interoperable, right? Because you don't need to have these walled garden platforms if the content is interoperable and the user can choose their own client they interact with the content through. So I think that is an important reason why I chose to go with Nostr for all of the content. So, future of Plebdevs. So first, we've made it work, kinda. We'll see. I'll check the logs. I'll be checking the logs tonight. And next, we're gonna make it great. I need a lot of feedback. I need a lot of things to break, and I need to learn a lot of hard lessons. And from there, I wanna make it generic. And this kind of returns to my previous point about why go on Nostr. This content is interoperable. So I don't wanna make a platform that I get other people to post content on my platform, and I get everyone in the world to come to my platform. I don't need that. I just needed a hub for myself. And I think that there's lots of other people that would want a generic content and community platform that interoperates on an open network, on multiple open networks actually. And so that's kind of what make it generic means for me. So we'll see what the future holds, but for right now, those are the big things I have in mind. And from there, I guess we can get into a demo.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, so I was going to launch live in front of you all, but I've already launched. I'm sorry. I did it earlier. Many things went wrong. It was a very exciting day, ups and downs. But goodness, we're here. And so you can come to plebdevs.com and it should load. And pretty quickly we're going to see the call to action. So one of a kind developer education, content, community platform.
Is that you?
This is me. This is some of me, and then my compatriot Damien. And so you can land and kind of see this beautiful call to action and be pulled into one of the pages, or you can scroll down and start to see the content. And so you can see all this content. I uploaded this today for reasons. Basically, yeah, the website needed to be live before I posted the content. So all this was published today, but some of it had lived on my YouTube, some of it on Udemy, and now all of this disparate content and context is all coming together in one platform. So these are kind of the carousels on the landing page, and of course we can go to the content page here and we can break down by category between courses, between videos, documents, but also things that are free, things that are paid. And then we also have tags here. There's a Rust document here. We have workshops for Bitcoin, for front end. So really trying to categorize everything and make it just 2 clicks away from the content you want to reach. Of course, I talked about feeds. Here we go. Actually, just a few minutes ago, in my Discord, I see that Plebdevs is now live on Twitch. So we can see that this is truly working. This is a global feed now for my entire brand. Currently, we have Noster, which is read and write only. We're live. Oh, I'm not logged in. I can't send a message. We can read from Discord. We can read from the Stacker News Devs territory, which I control. And so that is the feeds. Let's go ahead and log in. So you can log in with Noster. You can log in with email like normal, or you can log in anonymously. And this is a great way to kind of just test things out. Think about it like a trial account. So we now have a guy, and we can actually go in here now. And I want to type my message and say we're live. This is just a random guy, so nobody knows who this is, but he's a part of the action. And now that I have an account here, I can go to my profile page, and I can see some of what I want to build out in the future here, which is not quite put together, which is a GitHub connection and a dev journey that is more defined to walk beginner developers through a very specific path. Through the courses, through the materials. So you can kind of see the potential here, but obviously we're not quite there yet. We do have progress, so you can see if you buy a course, your progress on that, purchases. On settings here, we can connect a Lightning wallet, we can activate subscription, and we can control our relays. If you care about that, or you know what that means in regards to Noster. And so subscribe here is, it needs some work, but it fundamentally is sound. It works. We can pay as we go, or we can set up recurring Lightning subscriptions. I'll just go ahead and set up a subscription right now to pay as we go. And so I can open up on the Lightning wallet. Activate this. There we go. Sweet, so now I am subscribed, and when I'm subscribed, for one, I'm gonna get access to all the paid content here. And for two, I'm gonna get access to some premium features right now. Now, these are gonna grow in the future, but right now you can schedule a one-on-one meeting with Austin to get some help. Wow, I need to reduce those times. That's way too many days. Goodness, take it easy, folks. But you can schedule one-on-one with Austin and get some personal help, get past a bug, a blocker, just get some words of encouragement. I'll just talk at you for 30 minutes if you want. You can claim a custom plebdevs.com Lightning address or NIP05, which are just, some vanity credentials you can throw around online. And so these are the basic benefits for right now. But of course, what you really want from these benefits are to get into the courses. And so we can jump into the front end course right here, and we can see that we are subscribed, so we get access to all paid content. And we can start to go through lesson by lesson and watch the content here and learn from this guy. And so this is kind of what it looks like inside of a course. And so these courses will actually track your progress. And if I go back now, we can see that I've started the Plebdevs course number 1. Haven't quite finished it yet, but we got into it. Okay, and so I don't want to bore you all anymore. That's probably enough demo, but please check it out, plebdevs.com. And also on the About page, there's a feedback button right here. I will love it if you run into a bug or you just have ideas or anything like that. Click this button and you'll just be able to leave me a simple prompt and I'll look through all of them, I promise. Okay, so, wow, that was a lot. Is there any questions?
That's a great idea with that feedback button.
Oh, thank you. It's a Google form. Links you to Google form, but it's a button, you know, the button looks kind of nice.
Can't believe you use Cal-related for Cal.com.
I know, I'm gonna work on Cal.com, I'm working on Cal.com.
Can you show us the search stuff?
Search? Yeah, so you can search any content, like, let's look for like lightning address.
Oh, cool. So
And so
it's up right there.
it'll pop up. Yeah, you can also search through the community as well. So maybe if someone asked like, I don't know, like an NPM error, like does anyone have an NPM error in here? No. Let's search error. Okay, well here we go.
Variable undefined.
Yeah, so it'll search all the content and it does keyword recognition on it. So it's pretty, I don't remember how I did that actually. Well, first I need to figure out what a vector is and then no. Does it work on mobile? Yeah, good idea, Carl. Let's check out the mobile view. I almost think the mobile view is a little bit better. We kind of move everything to the bottom bar here, and it's apparent that you just have content that you can scroll through. You have feeds. You have your profile.
And control this feed.
Yeah.
Use whatever you want. That's cool. You just save it as an app.
So PWA support coming very soon. Jose, my guy Jose, if you're watching, I know that you're a PWA hound. So check out the repo, open up a PR. But yeah, it's not that hard, so I can add that soon. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Was there anything else that I was supposed to say? Questions? Oh, okay.
When can I post my content?
When can you post your content?
Topher Scott Froster stuff on it?
So that's a good point. I'll go ahead and show you. The answer to that is DM me, honestly, because right now there is the concept of admins inside of Plebdevs. This is kind of abstracted from the users, but I'm actually signed in as Plebdevs right now. And I have access to this create page, which allows me to create documents, videos, or courses. And so it's a pretty nice view. It actually kind of works amazingly. And today I uploaded both courses, all 30 lessons, through this UI. So it definitely works.
Can you show us how the paid video stuff works?
How the paid video stuff works? Well, essentially you can just put in any video like normal and just put in the URL and put in the cover image URL. But if you switch this to paid, when it's either a video or a document or a course, what happens is that on Nostr, that content becomes encrypted, but all of the metadata, the title, the summary, the background image is all available and viewable on Nostr. But then the actual user needs to click on that location link to get to plebdevs.com where they can purchase it. So the purchase experience on other clients still isn't there yet, but it gives a really nice, rich view on other clients. There's some other things I didn't show off here as well. Oh, look, someone zapped me. Thank you. You can zap. You can click on these lightning bolts, and this opens up a very janky but sound experience for sending zaps. And of course, you have comments as well on Nostr. So I can scroll down here to the bottom of any piece of content and say, this is cool. And it should kind of work, which this is actually kind of lame. I shouldn't be commenting on my own. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. What is it?
So the payment options are just through Lightning?
Yes, yes. So Lightning is the only option for paying for anything. I might add fiat. I don't know. It seems like a lot of effort, a lot of overhead.
But on your slide, it says that Plebdevs is platform for beginners, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess what I'm saying is that's a very tiny intersection in the Venn diagram of beginners who are also happen to have Lightning wallet, right?
Totally, yeah, that's good feedback. And this would be the reason to have fiat integrations. But this is also a little bit where Plebdevs differentiates as in the fact that I'm not gonna try and convince you that you should care about Bitcoin. You need to already be there before you come to Plebdevs, right? So my content isn't for beginners, Bitcoin 101. There's people that do that stuff amazingly, like BTC sessions. And there's a million people that do it much better than me. So I'm not really the guy that would be best served to do that. So therefore it's kind of like, that's why, I mean, if we return to the homepage here, I'm trying to tell you right up front, build on Bitcoin. We are focused on these set of technologies, and for better or for worse right now, it's sort of like you get it or you don't.
Sure.
But this is where Plebdevs is, maybe shooting ourselves in the foot, but maybe also owning a niche.
Yeah, I guess my concern is by the time a pleb gets a Lightning address with a working balance, like they're at the edge of beginner /
Mm-hmm.
by that time.
For developers, or just like a user?
Totally, no. I mean, I agree. Very, very few people have a Lightning wallet, and this is a two-sided marketplace problem for sure. For me as well, also this is a way to focus on a super core, hardcore set of users at first, and make the experience great for them, and then expanding onto fiat. Then hopefully the newbies that don't even have Lightning wallets, they can have a really smoother experience than the early adopters. But for right now, if you're an early adopter, you're going to be roughing it on Lightning with me. I'm right along with you, so.
You just have free content on how to set up a Lightning.
I do. I have free content on how to set up a Lightning wallet and build your own Lightning address and lots of things in between. And so something I really wanted to do is when you load this website, there's no Nostr pop-ups. You can kind of just scroll through and start clicking, and 95% of the content is free, and you can just get right into it and start watching. So cool. So I think I'll call it there unless there's any questions.
One piece of feedback I have.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong, but I think it would be cool when you show the page with the tags. I noticed that you can click like one tag at a time. I think it'd be cool if you could like click on multiple. I want to refine the search to just like cheat sheets, Rust, and free videos.
Mm-hmm. That's good feedback. Multi-select on tags. That's good. I'm probably going to need more content though, because I don't know if there's enough content to multi-select. There's probably maybe 25 on here right now, but what I didn't get, I guess the early sneak peek announcement, what I didn't get to launch today, but will be coming in the next week, is a new free Plebdevs course. Right now, the only 2 courses on Plebdevs are paid, but there's going to be a free Plebdevs course in the next week called Plebdevs Starter, which will be a free pre-course which will walk you through coding from the very beginning and will kind of give you a red carpet right into the first course. And this is even kind of a part of the path that I imagine and that I want students to be able to walk, is the starter, the front-end course, and then the back-end course. And this is a basic structure of a dev path for right now, but it will get much, much better over time.
What's your what's the short-term months, year? What's coming up? What's your goals near term?
What's your roadmap?
Well, I guess I gave a vague roadmap, but some fun things I want to do, like the dev journey here is important, but something more I'll say about it is we're going to be giving away Nostr badges based off of, for 1, course completion, but for 2, special interactions that happen on GitHub. So for example, you create your first ever repo. You'll get a badge from Plebdevs if you're connected through the platform. You make your first pull request to an open source repo. You'll get a badge. So I'll be able to detect things like this and kind of give users positive feedback as they're doing things through GitHub, which is the real, there's no fake points in Plebdevs. It's all sats and commits. And so that's kind of how the dev journey is going to be anchored here. And something I want to do after that, which maybe Cascader integration will help me with, is an AI bot that is trained on all of my content that premium students can have access to ask those super specific questions about the content that we're covering. So those are two fun ideas that I think can enhance the experience, but maybe they're too much of fun ideas because there's a lot to just foundational fixes and boring things to be done here. But yeah, dev journey is going to be the big first one I'm going to be looking into in the coming months.
What was the biggest pain in your ass that you had to deal with in building
Noster.
What's
I
the
mean-
emotion?
No, I mean, I had a lot of ambitious ideas of how I wanted this to work. But yeah, just kind of getting, it really was, I got the Noster stuff to work. It actually wasn't hard to do that. So this content you see here, it's at the same time, it's a Noster event. You can open it up in a new tab and kind of open it on a Noster. My Wi-Fi is going slow here, but you can see it on other Noster clients. So that part was easy, but what was hard is the concept of drafts and how do you have a real experience where you're creating content in a non-reckless way. So for example, if I go and I make, we can make a new document, document testing. I'll say hello world. Topic test. Okay, how dumb would it be if that just published to Noster, right? So this concept right here of drafts was what was really hard. So content moves from a form that is basically in my database and editable to a form that is on Noster in a different but similar format. But then also on Noster, since they're parameterized replaceable events, if you happen to know what that means, it means they're also editable. So it's these concepts that you kind of learn in normal app development, they are just so different. So I can go in and edit something that has been published and signed. So anyway, yeah, so it was kind of the flow between going from just a very traditional Web 2 experience, I'm just using a website, and having that operate easily with Noster in a way that doesn't feel super awkward for either the user or me, the creator. So yeah.
Did you have to write any new nips to do anything that you're doing?
No, I probably have 3 new nips worth of stuff in here though. Yeah, I'm a freak. I've got 3 nips in here. Yeah, no, I mean a big, call out to the Noster community. How do we do paid digital content on Noster? This is a big thing that I've thought about in such depth, and it's a problem right now that Plebdevs is dealing with in a simple way, but I think there's a real solution that could be much better. Gosh, yeah, so paid content is really just a big one. Also, how do you embed different kinds of content? How do you embed videos? What's the format for doing that? Embedding videos. So I have videos from YouTube, I have videos from Vimeo, I have videos from a private CDN. And so getting other people's websites to render that beautifully and things like that, this is just where the interoperability and all that stuff with Noster becomes really difficult. Yeah. Yeah, Noster sucks. But it's awesome. We love Noster. Build on Noster. Yeah. Or no. I thought someone raised their hand. Okay. All right, let's go. Well, thank you all for coming, and I mean we're gonna keep hanging out and partying. Thank you all for watching online. Plebdevs.com, check it out. Let's check the logs. Are we okay? We're getting views. We're getting some page views. We're getting some visitors. Getting some logs. Not too many errors here. We got an image error. That's okay. That's okay, guys.